The bus smelled of exhaust and cheap coffee. My son clutched my hand, his small fingers trembling against mine. The city had turned cold overnight. Or maybe it was just me. I had no home, no wife, no family, only memories of a life that now felt like a cruel joke. Then she appeared. A Mercedes, black and gleaming, like a predator in sunlight. Her sister stepped out, heels clicking, eyes sharp. "Get in. I need to tell you something important." I paused, hesitated, but something in her tone, fear, regret, made me move. For years she'd been gone, leaving me to pick up the pieces while her family made sure I had nothing. And yet, I didn't run. I never had. I had a plan. I always had a plan. It started the day we met. She smiled across a conference room, poised, ambitious. I was foolish enough to think love could survive power. I thought I saw trust in her eyes. We were unstoppable once, the world bending to our shared vision. But even then, her ambition had claws. I just didn't know how deep they'd sink. The signs came slowly, missed calls, vague excuses, whispered phone conversations. I noticed patterns, flights she didn't take me on, documents I wasn't supposed to see. I didn't panic. I watched. I catalogued. I calculated. Betrayal is an art if you have the patience to wait for the perfect moment to paint the canvas. The first undeniable proof was a message she forgot to delete. Her words burned across my screen. Promises, schemes, another man. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just stared, and I smiled quietly. I understood then what I had to do, not out of rage, out of precision, out of necessity. I began my work. Every step methodical. I traced her assets. I mapped her contacts. I learned who she trusted and how she operated when she thought no one was watching. I waited silently until the moment would come when all her arrogance would turn against her. I didn't attack her directly. I let her believe she had the upper hand. I rebuilt my life quietly, legally, socially. I became untouchable in ways she could never anticipate. Every contract she signed, every handshake she took, every trust she assumed, carefully, I turned it into leverage. By the time she noticed, it was too late. The confrontation wasn't loud. It was clinical. I met her in her office, towering glass walls, the city sprawled beneath. She smiled, confident, unaware. And then I started, one revelation at a time. The investors she misled, the company secrets she leaked, the allies she betrayed. I didn't raise my voice. I let the evidence speak. Her expression changed. Confusion, shock, horror, and then realization. She had no escape. Her empire, the one she thought she controlled, crumbled in the silence of my patience. Every person she had deceived now knew. Every asset she claimed was manipulated. Every advantage she believed was hers alone slipped through her fingers. And in that moment, I felt something I hadn't allowed myself to feel in years: power, controlled, just, vindicated. Yet there was no gloating, only the quiet satisfaction of justice served. I watched her crumble, and I remembered the bus station, my son's trembling hand. That vulnerability had sharpened me. That pain had molded me. I had risen, not with noise or fury, but with unrelenting strategy. Now, as her sister's car glided through the city streets, I realized she had come not to taunt, not to threaten, but to confess. She knew the truth. She knew what I had done. And in a strange, twisted way, her fear felt like closure. I looked at my son and smiled, a calm smile. The world could not touch us now. I had nothing to fear because I had nothing left to lose except the memory of what had been. And even that I carried like armor. She had betrayed me. I had returned the favor, but not with cruelty, with mastery. The scales had tipped. The reckoning was quiet, inevitable. And as the city lights shimmered on the rain-slicked streets, I realized the only victory sweeter than revenge is surviving it with your soul intact. I had lost 4 years. I had gained everything else.